So I bought my first Apple Watch and let me go get it. Okay, let's try that again. I just bought my first Apple Watch after years of hesitation. I did get it off Facebook Marketplace, and this is the Apple Watch Series 8 45mm. I wanted to go as cheap as I could because I wasn't sure if I was going to like this device or even use it, and I did not want to waste my money. I personally don't like wearing anything on my wrist. I'm sorry, but after last night, you can stay as long as you like. The thing that I fell in love with is that the Apple Watch can track your sleep and your blood oxygen overnight. Disclaimer, I am a major health junkie. Recently, I've been reading into the science of sleep, and because of that, I've been starting to prioritize my own sleep and making sure that I'm getting quality sleep. I'm very convinced I do have sleep apnea because I all night long, so I've been told. And although this isn't an official diagnostic sleep study test, it's better than nothing. When I woke up this morning and I saw my sleep graph and I saw my blood oxygen graph, that's when I fell in love with this device and its potential. I just love the idea that I can monitor my sleep for signs of sleep apnea. And to tell you a little bit more about obstructive sleep apnea, here's my good friend Philip. Hey everyone, my name is Philip and I have been a registered nurse now for 4.5 years. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you, Philip, for having me on this channel. Now, throughout my career, I have worked in different specialties, and I can tell you one thing about obstructive sleep apnea, and that it is no bueno. During each sleep apnea episode, you basically kind of like suffocate yourself. Your airway collapses. And because of that, you don't get any oxygen and you stop breathing. After some time, your body kind of goes into like a panic mode to wake itself up, and it does this because it needs you to open that airway so you can start breathing and getting oxygen again. However, each time that your body goes into a panic mode, it can prematurely end a sleep cycle. So for example, let's say that you are in the deep sleep phase. Deep sleep is known to be very restorative on your body and help it heal. So you're in the deep sleep phase, and then all of a sudden you have this episode, your body goes into panic mode, it wakes itself up, it brings you out of that deep sleep phase. It basically brings you out of that restorative phase. And because of this, you're actually not getting enough restorative sleep as you should. You're losing sleep. Now, you may not remember waking up throughout the night. However, your body wakes up every time it panics. So complications of sleep apnea: daytime fatigue, high blood pressure, or heart problems. Now, this is very interesting because when I used to work in the cardiology clinic, we would give out sleep study referrals like candy to our patients. Like Oprah, like, you get a sleep study, you get a sleep study, you get a sleep study. Everybody gets a sleep study. The reason why is because obstructive sleep apnea can really affect your cardiovascular system. I mean, think about it. Your body is basically suffocating itself. You're not getting enough oxygen. And as a result, your heart has to pump and work harder than it normally does throughout the night when it should be resting. Also can lead to type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, complications with medicine and surgery, liver problems, and sleep-deprived partner. I mean, if you don't sleep alone and you share the bed with somebody, and if you're going like all night, now, the Apple Watch is very neat. However, disclaimer, it is not a replacement diagnostic test to the sleep study. However, nonetheless, it is a very useful tool. For example, being able to see your blood oxygen levels throughout the night is very handy, because if you see any drop in your blood oxygen throughout the night, could be a sign that you have sleep apnea. But then again, these don't usually give the most accurate readings, so take that with a grain of salt. However, if we compare the blood oxygen graph to the sleep graph, which shows you the different phases you go in and out of the different sleep cycles, and if you compare them, if you see that you were like in deep sleep or you were in REM sleep and then all of a sudden you spike to awake, if you compare that to the blood oxygen graph, and you see that your blood oxygen dropped at the same time that you had that awake spike, could be very strong correlation that you have sleep apnea. And this would be information that you could talk to about your doctor to getting a sleep study. Without these data, without these graphs, without these insights, you would never really know. And that is why I like using the Apple Watch when I sleep. Thanks again for having me on this channel. Back to you, Philip. Thank you so much, Philip, for all that information. So if you're a health junkie like me, I definitely recommend getting a device like the Apple Watch to help you monitor your health. The Apple Watch is definitely a great investment. The only thing that I regret about this device is not getting it sooner. There's no better time to invest into your health than right now. 6:38 now. Speaking of now, I gotta get out of this bed. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.